is all go, the start of a new week, and I feel refreshed. I had a bit of time off last week. You'll remember on Friday, it was one of them times where you just feel like giving up. There was lots of what I call punches in the face. I was really worn out, but I took a couple of days just to try and reset, a bit of thinking time over the weekend, just to sort of sit and ponder on things. And yeah, I feel quite refreshed and ready to go again. So today is very much just meetings, and some of them are a little bit confidential or a bit premature to film. But yeah, I mean, recently I'm conscious that sometimes there's not most exciting stuff going on in the vlogs, but I think that that's because we film the reality, and that 90% of my week is in meeting after meeting after meeting, here at my desk, in the meeting room, on site, in the different departments with people, sort of one-to-ones, taking phone calls. And I think that is just the reality of just trying to push things forward, be a sounding board, make movement, address the biggest challenges in the organisations, and that is kind of what I'm here for. Look at forward strategy, and that's very much what the next couple of days are all about. I've got, off the back of said meetings, I usually come out with a load of, well, I'll do this, I'll come back to you on that, I'll review that report, I'll review the data, and it gives me a list of actions. So I sort of normally have a couple of heavy meeting days, followed by what I try and do is a nice clear day where I can sort of some sort of therapeutic music on in the background, and then burn through a day of undisturbed, doing all my analysis, thinking time, commenting on things, and really spending some time in depth. So yeah, all in all, pretty good. There's lots happening. Got a lot of good meetings ahead of me today, and to move things forward from marketing front, property, with the bank, with our half-year results, from the financial point of view, with the waste, with insurance. There's just things everywhere that we're pushing forward, and then some one-to-ones internally. So it's all going good. So I'm not going to get a chance to be out on site at the house today, but I believe Sam is heading over there to check in with site manager John to see how things are progressing for the final week. See what's happening.
How's it going?
Yeah, really good. We're on the patio today, outside. Hopefully the weather holds out. Inside's going well. We've got the carpet guys doing the flooring for the kitchen and the bathroom, so that will really bring them to life. Bathroom's also going in at the same time, and tiles as well. So yeah, busy day, busy week. Decorating was pretty much finished yesterday, so any touch-ups or any marks and scuffs, they'll be done probably at the end of the project, so we're not far away from the finish line. It's all been going pretty smoothly so far. We've not really had any hiccups or anything major, so it's been a nice project. So yeah, really good, really.
Yeah, for sure.
If that works.
Good, mate.
But at least it allows us, I mean, the abandoned car and all that sort of stuff, that's all flowing now, isn't it?
Yeah, so whilst we're on the call, we can actually just talk about some of the kind of initial results. I mean, you know, business like yours, you're not like a kind of a volume thing, like, you know, you've got like thousands of orders coming through, low ticket price. You're more of like a, you know,
bulk,
kind of more high ticket orders, lower volume. So, you know, we're not seeing the same sort of like very flashy, easy numbers as we would for like on skincare with like an $85 AOV. So already the emails have made you £1,700.
Really?
£1,400 of which has come from the abandoned cart, and then, you know, like the rest from like one or two other email flows. But yeah,
I'm still impressed with that. That is, you know, it's more than I was expecting, because our average order value is about £700. So we've still brought in a good few orders there that we wouldn't have had otherwise. So that is, for the few weeks it's been running, I'm quite impressed with that.
Well, that's good news to me. So for the abandoned cart, I'm thinking the abandoned cart is probably going to be the highest converting for you, because it's following up on people who already have like high purchase intent.
Yes.
And usually it would be welcome that would be the highest converting, but just the nature of your business and our offer for the welcome, we're not giving them like 10-20% off. So really it's like they're going to buy anyway, and if they buy anyway, they're probably going to buy. They might not really sign up. So something we can tweak in the future maybe, and just see if it's like a 50 quid off. Or
I was literally thinking this morning in the shower of all places. I was literally sitting in there thinking, do you know what, these flows are great, but I think we might just be missing offering a little bit of a hook there, mightn't they?
Yeah, so that's something we can definitely add. It would be very, very simple thing. We would change the pop-up so that it reflects the new offer. We would change the welcome email so it reflects the new offer. Not a problem. And then I would just create the coupon code for like 50 quid off, 100 quid off, whatever it may be in Klaviyo. But abandoned cart is something that, is going to bring probably the most value. We've had 89 emails being delivered. Now that doesn't mean 89 people have been in there, because there's like 2 or 3 emails in the series. But so made 1,400, just over 1,400 quid, and it's £16 per recipient. So every time we've sent an abandoned cart email, it's like on average we made 16 quid. So
how's your day going, Michael?
Yeah, it's going well, thanks, Sam. We are currently working on a new process of WIP to try and help the whole warehouse sort of work quicker and more efficiently. So we're labelling up stock with what's required, the PO, dispatch date, so it's nice and easy for all the guys working on the machines. And we've got an sort of overflow rack over here with all the bits and bobs. So that's all ready to go out. We've got our fresh new WIP rack here. So essentially, I'm just responsible for keeping this up, going through the whole process and making sure that everything's on the rack, ready for the guys to run on the machines. Perfect.
Had our half-year review with our sort of wider finance team earlier today, and one of the things that came up was the sheer overspend every month so far against budget on software and subscriptions. So, and I think this is the reason I wanted to bring this up, is because although it's an issue that I need to deal with internally, it's certainly something that I can see runs away with other people as well. And I think that probably we need to get better at putting like almost like a default calendar reminder in our Outlook diary every sort of quarter or every 6 months to actually have a little review with all of the departments, especially as the business grows, as to all these subscriptions of little 6 quid a month, 10 quid a month, 80 quid a month. How warranted is it still 6 months later? Because 6 months ago there may have been a project or there may have been something going on and you've gone, oh, it's only a tenner a month, we'll sign up to it. But we are all very guilty of forgetting to turn off subscriptions to things when we're no longer using them. And because it's not usually a huge chunk of money, it's very easy for that to get swept under the carpet. Not always intentionally by departments, but I think that when you've got thousands of transactions going through every month as well, and some months not everybody's doing what they should be doing, which is going line by line through their P&L and looking at everything against budget that was agreed at the beginning of the year. I think it's easy for those things to get missed, and it's not until at the end of your year end when you look over it and you go, blimey, we spent X amount of thousand on software and subscriptions. Oh wait, half of the year we didn't even use the software. I think I need to jump on that. So I'm taking the sort of initiative following that we're on average about £1,000 over our forecasted budget every month on software and subscriptions. And so we're just speaking to different departments who are, there's me and Sam on the media side of stuff. We've got some subscriptions and stuff, and we're like, well, we sort of use that sometimes, we don't use it on other months. Do we really warrant paying 180 quid a month, whatever it may be, every month? Then there's other departments where we've got loads of sort of legacy licenses on design packages, softwares, that sourcing platforms, that sort of stuff. And is it all being used, and are we getting the bang for our buck, or actually is it one of those every couple of times a year we use it? Well, in which case maybe we just turn the subscription on for the month we need it, because it's very easy to only think, oh, 60 quid here and 50 quid there. So I've got some notes on some things that I think is probably taking us over a little bit, and I'm just working my way round going, do we really need this? Can we cut some subscriptions? So that is what I'm doing, and I strongly suggest you take a look at all your software and IT subscriptions and see, really ask yourself, how essential is it that we have this? Might just help the bottom line. That's what we're doing. In the garden today because of the rain.
Through thick and thin.
We don't stop.
Through thick and thin.
You'll be pleased to know
Sleep.
I had a really rough night's sleep as well last night.
What,
No. I've got a rubble load coming today.
Chris told me, so it's in the diary.
Yeah. So once it's in the diary, mate, that's it.
Ruby the dog's in there.
Who's Ruby the dog?
Dad's dog.
Oh, I was going to say, who's that?
She's in there somewhere.
Oh,
With
cool.
her 3 legs.
Bless her. Oh. So it's all going good, is it?
Yeah, have you seen the tiles in person? They look right, there's one down here.
Is them, isn't they?
Yeah.
They look nice.
Well, they're the ones for inside, the ones for outside.
This will look better opened up, I think. Ah. Hello. Right, sir. God, it's going well.
Oh, it might even be like a lot neater, doesn't it?
Yeah, it looks a lot cleaner. I bet this was a job, wasn't it? Getting that all up the concrete, or not?
Even that thick.
Our whacker died.
Yeah,
Chris
yesterday
broke
was
it.
a very sad
Oh
day.
no,
Jamesy hit a deer,
Jane.
so smashed his car. Next door smashed my van, and then the
whacker plate
whacker-
left us.
Yeah,
Well, I'm gonna have a look at it, but
See if
Yeah,
it can.
tomorrow,
Seeing if she can be revived.
yeah.
so
But did the tortoise escape?
And the dog lost its leg.
That wasn't yesterday, was it? No. Oh, he's happy. Look, wants to come out and see us. Come and say hello. Oh, strong girl. Oh, that was recently though, Si, wasn't it?
Yeah, it'll be 3 weeks this Friday.
Oh, she's doing so well. Bless ya. How's she been coping, Si? All right. Really?
It was only we got her
Strong
back.
girl.
She had the operation on the Friday, so
Yeah.
3 weeks ago. We got her back
Good
on
girl.
the
Good
Saturday
girl.
lunchtime. Saturday night, wasn't it?
Oh, I can imagine. I
She
can't.
was very uncomfortable, and Sunday morning she was. But after that,
Really?
it's been skyrocketed to a good place.
Bless her. Is she on meds or?
Not now.
Really?
10 days, that was all.
Wow,
I
she's doing
walked
so
her
well.
Only about 800 yards today. She'd had enough. She laid down.
You can't imagine it, can you? I mean, like, she's doing so well though to balance all that on one.
Mm.
She's so happy though, isn't she?
She is. She was ever so sad.
Yeah, you would be, wouldn't you?
Prior to with that tumour.
Really causing her some grief, bless her. Lovely choice on the tiles, John. I like the tiles. They were lovely.
we've got the ensuite. Have you seen that?
Well smart. What? En suite?
Ensuite.
That is a feature, isn't it?
You can sit.
Toilet in your bedroom, literally. Oh, it's looking good, mate. So, is Kev's coming back to grout, or are we doing that?
Yeah, I think so. I think he's got this appointment and he'll be back.
Oh, I like the thing on the windowsill. It's nice, isn't it? Nice touch.
Well, people shove, toothbrushes on there, don't they, for it.
Joe's supposed to be coming to clean the windows and all the fascia tomorrow, but I just realised he probably won't be able to get around the back, will he, if you're in the midst of adversity out there? Or he'll have to work around you. He's got his pole fed anyway.
He might not turn up anyway.
Yeah, probably
It's
not.
a bit like that. Be happy with him.
Yeah, it's looking good, mate. I think it looks great. Is that working here? I thought it didn't then. No, it looks good. I think we should just change the taps. I mean, it's not essential, but They're very...
You have to tell Kev the bad news.
Yeah, it just kills it, doesn't it? It looks actually really smart in here. And then the taps just start to damage. But yeah, toilet go in, and then we are done. Bit of painting in here. Cool, all right, it's looking good. Happy days. Oh, John, we just need to prioritise that loft hatch so I can get the EPC rating done next week.
It's ready. It's
Just got to be hung.
Yeah, I painted it yesterday, so it's
Sweet.
ready to pop in there.
Cool. Yeah. Hey, girl. Good girl. Good girl. Good girl. Very good. So,
Yeah.
what I was thinking is, could we potentially look at some form of an option of creating a simple like pricing landing page, which is effectively showcasing these graphics that's probably going to be, and correct me if I'm wrong, that's probably going to be the quickest and cheapest way, is probably just creating another landing page with a fresh design on it, which gives people an indicative idea of costs. Then there's obviously, I guess, the option of creating some sort of interactive pricing calculator, which is obviously, I guess, the sky's the limit with how in depth you go on that, isn't it?
Exactly. Yeah. That you're spot on there. I think the quickest way, and what I definitely recommend, is we get a pricing page added to the menu, which basically is going to be very much similar to what we've just seen on those two slides there.
Yeah.
And I think that's going to be massively helpful for customers, because they'll be able to look at that straight away and be like, oh yeah, this is within my budget.
Yeah.
Boom, done.
Yeah.
The second stage you go to is you then say, this can be done now, can be done in the future. You'd have a multi-step form where, like you said, you can make it as simple or as complicated as you want, where people are able to select some options and it spits out a rough price at the end, and therefore they can send that to the to yourselves.
Yeah.
I've done something like dead simple on a recent site I developed for a cleaning company. Theirs isn't quite like yours. Obviously, naturally, their services are based on like hours and people, pretty much.
Yeah,
so
it's simpler.
All theirs is like a really nice formula which just says how many hours do you require, how many days a week, how many people, and then that spits out a price, and then they get the price on the screen, and then they can press a button which says, send inquiry. So at that point, they're like pre-qualified that way.
Of course, you're filtering out
the
the people that are out of budget. Yeah, definitely.
Exactly.
Whereas before that's how much it costs, because we're on a less efficient number. Sometimes that's why you'd have an MOQ of 100,
because once you get past 100,
now you're efficient.
Yeah.
So everything before that is actually inefficient, and you're seeing that number.
And this is why companies have minimum order quantities.
Yeah. So
it only took us 6 years to work that out.
Yeah, exactly. So you can see like 23 is the actual best number here, but it's pulling at 24, which is acceptable. But it just shows you're at 250
before you're actually in an efficient
100
place.
isn't efficient on this.
Not technically worth turning the machine on for an order.
Absolutely, yeah. So now it's just a case of getting that print per hour up. How many can
so it's
we do?
all in the efficiency. So we could start to set some goals of, look, guys, if there's just a way we could get to 280 done an hour, instead of 100 or whatever, everything changes. Worlds change.
Absolutely. So that's a big challenge I think production are going to have. But
this is a big win with this spreadsheet.
Yeah.
What are we going to do when you're no longer here?
Use the spreadsheet, because it's made for you to use.
So this is your parting gift.
Not just this one piece of work, the whole thing.
How long have you been here, Phil?
2 years, 2 months.
So 2 years, 2 months. Phil is leaving us today, unfortunately. So I don't know if you can pick up the tears, obviously. But his parting gift is he's made me a spreadsheet. He hasn't done much else whilst he's been here, but at least he's made me a spreadsheet.
What?
No, we're going to miss Phil. So Phil's been a regular on the vlog a few times, and probably Sam will flip back. We'll just create some work for Sam, get him to do some editing.
Sam wasn't happy about that.
Just to chop some scenes in and Phil. But he's been on the vlog a few times. So sorry to say, unless he drops by. Hopefully he won't. But in the future, Phil is not going to be here, so we're going to have a hole in the team, unfortunately, now, because Phil has been an integral part. So even Ralph's crying. An integral part of building our procurement and product and website over the last year or so.
Too long.
Yeah, so it's a sad moment, but we wish Phil all the best as he moves on to pastures new. He's talking about going to build planes. We're hoping for all of our sakes he's not.
Don't go on holiday anytime
because
soon.
it won't be safe. But yeah, and that's what we're doing.
That's not what we're doing.